Hey, welcome to Mullen Stock. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications by hitting the bell so you never miss any of our uploads. And also remember that this is not a financial advice video. Today we will provide you with an overview of the upcoming events in Mullen for this week. Are there any possibilities? And I would like to explain the steps for revenue. This may sound affected, but I will try to explain its meaning to you. To start, I have essentially prepared some notes that Mullen needs to act on to generate income. And the surprising thing is that I have some good news to share with you. So, let's get to the point. Let's talk about Mullen license. Randy Marion gets a dealer license. For now, it's nothing. It's pending this week. It's entirely up to Randy Marion because he had submitted the application. It can only happen when the state gives the rubber stamp, which is only $22. And I asked Brad if Mullen can go to customers with the license and deliver the first 10 M3, which are MGT. Does Randy Marion need a dealer license? And they said yes. But I am not sure about the details of this, but unfortunately, the real 10 M3 cannot be traded until this license is obtained. So I want to provide you with a complete update on Mullen 1 EPA. Regarding the upcoming news, it can come around November 3rd. No confirmation has been given by anyone at this time. So one more significant question is about it being for airbags. Positive news, it's all done. So Brad confirmed that the airbags we've been waiting for since May, if I remember correctly, maybe until August or September or mid-September or November or I don't know, have finally arrived. So this is good news again because essentially all these checkboxes are needed for deliveries. But maybe deliveries for the M3 can happen after Randy Marion gets their dealer license, but progress is still being made. I know it's a complicated scenario, but everything is coming together slowly. As I said, these airbags can now be a good checkbox. We're still waiting for the EPA, but whatever happens, when Randy Marion gets their dealer license, we can start deliveries and generate revenue, at least for the M3. And they'd given guidance a few days ago that by the end of Q4, around 150 M3 will be ready, generating approximately $10.2 million. And when the M1 gets an EPA rubber stamp, and if Randy Marion dealer license is also received by then, M1 deliveries can start, generating around $10.3 million, based on 300 units. Again, as I said, everything is coming together slowly. It's just been a long process, and for investors going through the reverse stock splits, it has been quite exhausting. Speaking of reverse stock splits, you'll likely receive this notice in the coming week. And technically, some other things may also start this week. That's starting from November 8th. So between November 8th and 10th, the Fleet Safety Conference is going to kick off. And this seems quite significant because some people from Mullen will be involved in it. And I've mentioned before that Randy Marion himself will be a keynote speaker at this event. So that's a good thing. But it seems like Don Clay and Marianne or Michelle, maybe all of them will be present at this event. So again, it can be good or bad, depending on how you look at it. And in Mullen case, I've said before that I hope they will at least start a price ratio blitz for now, so that they can help the stock price because I've said this is not the time to remain silent. Right now, you need to get your good news out there to help the stock price, especially for the upcoming shareholder meeting, because if it's hovering around 30 cents at the time of the shareholder meeting, a reverse stock split is likely. If you want to improve Mullen's stock price, they will need to present their best possible performance. Based on recent news, it seems they have given some signals during Q4, indicating that they have approximately 45 pilots in progress. If these are significant players who are endorsing the company progress, it might be beneficial for them to publicly announce their support if they haven't already. Once again, if Mullen wishes to embark on a P-price ratio blitz, now might be a good time. There may be more news related to this, especially concerning the Fleet Safety Conference, where several key Mullen players are involved or at least planning to attend. As I mentioned earlier, from an investor perspective, you should expect some proxies for what's to come. This week, you'll have a full week of companies unveiling their earnings, with many of them being related to electric vehicles. After Tuesday, both Rivian and Lucid will release their earnings, and I believe that Polestar earnings will also come out before the market opens on Wednesday. Again, I believe this could be quite positive. If there's more optimism for the future and good guidance is given, it could benefit Mullen as well. However, apart from this, there aren't any specific data points expected for this week. It might be a bit slow in that regard. During this week, there will be several Fed speeches, and these are primarily related to interest rates and banking. Once again, the market reaction depends on the outcomes of these Fed speeches. As I mentioned earlier, there are many interesting developments happening with muln, especially on the options front. There is increasing optimism. Once again, please share your thoughts on muln in the comments. Do you believe that we will check all the boxes in Q4 and see revenue coming in? Guys, that's all we have for you today. What is your opinion about muln stock? Get involved and let us know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching.